Hi, I'm Ryan Smith, president here at the University of Rio Grande Community College. I wanted to introduce the public to our new eSports coach, Bobby Vedda. Bobby, it's great to have you here. I was hoping you could introduce yourself and give a little background about where you came from, where you're from, and what your kind of vision is for the eSports program.
Yeah, thanks. My name is Bobby Vedda. I grew up just outside of Cleveland, Ohio, so I went to college there and worked out there and lived out there, so I'm a Cleveland kid. I wrestled at North Ridgeville High School and then eventually at Cleveland State. And during this whole time, while wrestling, I kind of lived a double life where I would come home and game my nights away, starting with Call of Duty, which is just a popular console game that I played with my brother. And my love for gaming and passion really started when he drove me to Indiana in 2008 to compete in a LAN tournament, which just means local in-person competition. And we won the tournament, and I was given a $75 paper check as a prize for that. So I think from that day on, I kind of understood that gaming is a sport, it's competitive, and just playing with some stakes on the line was new to me at the time, but really just kind of set the fire. So with that experience, going to college, I switched to a new title, which is League of Legends, and kind of dove into that and just tried to be an expert because I knew entering college it would be difficult to become a pro player, but I was like, man, I bet I could coach this game. And so just doing a lot of studying and research on that game, taking it really seriously, more serious than other people in the industry, led me to a job opportunity in Illinois. And after gaining some critical experience there, I was looking to return to Ohio and closer to home, and found an opportunity at Rio Grande. And after seeing the investment you guys have made in the program and some of the professionals here, I thought it'd be a great fit.
Well, we're happy to have you. So this is a new sport relatively to Rio Grande. We started a few years ago. I'll admit it was new to me, so when we talk about it being a sport, there's a lot of people that say, so I don't understand. How's it a sport? It seems like they're playing games. What I had to learn was the industry is so large. And you mentioned how hard it is to make it pro, like everything else, right? But there's a lot of other avenues to be involved in esports or in the industry and so on and so forth. I don't know if there's anything you want to add to that, but there's just a lot of different things that come into that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at large-scale productions, like what Riot Games is doing with League of Legends is the best example. They're selling out arenas in China, like all over the world. They're booking these arenas for massive competition. So that's like the highest level, right? So you got to think of like event management, marketing, broadcasting, announcing the games. There's a lot of different, a lot of collaboration that goes into a large-scale event. And then when you look at like the college level, there's social media work, there's all kinds of opportunities. We do work studies here at Rio to give our players and our members some work experience, but I would just compare it to a traditional sport. I mean, all the work that kind of goes into producing a large-scale event in a traditional sport, you can apply for the most part to esports. I mean, instead of a basketball, court, it might be in a basketball stadium, but with just PCs set up. But at the end of the day, you're bringing competitors. They gotta travel. They gotta, all the support that goes into the event is pretty similar, I'd say.
Yeah, that's great. You mentioned to me earlier that you've set up a media team here in the esports, and I just elaborate on that and what your vision is and where you'd like to see that go.
Yeah. So when I first started at Rio, I just saw a lot of potential of great content that could be made and produced. And so with that in mind, I kind of looked for, when I was talking to the students that would be members, I was looking for members who could stand out and help me on the social media battlefront, because it's seriously a lot of work to produce good quality social media content over time. We haven't started yet, but I'm really excited about who we've got on our team, and you could just tell some members of this program are excited to get the word out and to promote and to just kind of put their heart into the actual like production side of things. There's competition, and then there's also the business end, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm really excited about that. We start with our first meeting on Monday, and we have multiple members. We have a graduate assistant just to oversee everything, and of course myself. So it'll be the first time I'm running a social media team to have it day after day quality content come out for RAO.
And that's another pathway out of esports is
Absolutely.
promotion and social media and just getting businesses out there. And the arena here sits in Bob Evans Farms Hall, which is our business school, but also our marketing here has done really well. And Dr. Taney has done a great job with that. So I see a lot of overlap there that can work really well. I'm excited for that. So I know a lot of people that are familiar with esports want to know, what games are you going to be playing? Talk a little bit about that so that everybody kind of knows where we'll be competing.
Yeah, so when I first got to RAO, my understanding was that it was a FPS school. So FPS means first-person shooter, so really common titles. And in the past, RAO has fielded many of these teams. Since I've gotten here and really taken stock of where we're at, I can say confidently that we'll be fielding teams for CSGO, which is Counter-Strike, Overwatch, we'll have multiple teams for, Rocket League, definitely for sure. That's the one where the cars fly around with the soccer ball. People will recognize that. And also Super Smash Brothers, which is sort of, since it's a fighting game, you can think of it as independent competitors, not independent from RAO, but they can go solo or duo and compete that way. So those are the 4 titles that we can confidently say we'll field. But then there's also Valorant, which is a FPS game that I'm going to look towards building a team for, as well as League of Legends, which is my game, like my native game. And both of those titles are under the developer Riot, who has the most sophisticated production and pathway from amateur to collegiate to pro. So it's really important for all programs to have teams in those 2 titles. So with the foundation that we have, and expecting that one of my goals is to add those 2 titles, I would expect 6 to 7 come next fall. So we'll be heavily recruiting for Valorant and League of Legends on top of the games that we already field.
Well, I think that's the beauty of esports is you can add games as you go as long as you have the infrastructure to support it. We're sitting here in the esports arena, which we're really proud of. We've made an investment in and want to support this team. But I could see this program growing really big. Is there anything from that perspective you want to share vision-wise on like where you'd like to be down the road or how you see it growing?
Yeah, I do think the sky is the limit. I want RAO Grand to be one of those schools where their esports program outgrows their investment, right? That should be my goal. We've had talks of projects, and, when I drive by and I see the new dorm being put up and I see, renovations and different projects being done at RAO, it makes me think like these guys will really do it. So maybe doubling the size of the facility, just trying to outgrow the initial investment you guys have already made to then, kind of prove that, a program with the structure can, flourish.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for our students to have another way to plug in and build a community in which they feel comfortable in. It makes the college experience better. That's really what we're looking for. So as we close this up, what would you say to a prospective student who's thinking about esports? And obviously we have some resources that we could offer and scholarships and things should they meet that level and so on and so forth. But if you were encouraging them, would it be stop by and check out the arena or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely come by, reach out to me, find us on Twitter, social media, give it a visit. You'll love the campus. It's beautiful. It's calm. It feels like a great place to really focus on what's important, whether that be your studies or your gaming. Another thing is, I've had jobs in the past where okay, maybe put a cut here. I don't want to actually go into my past job. I don't want to put them on blast like that. Where should I pick up? I'm sorry, Mike.
Okay.
Should we do a cut? Could you re-ask that?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we close up, I want to visit on the idea that if you're a prospective student and you want to consider playing esports here, and what's that look like, and how should they go about that?
Yeah, I would, contact me. You can find us on social media pretty easily. I'd love to book a visit. You'll love the campus. It's beautiful. It's calm. And just having this room here and having this community of esports, you'll feel included, and you'll feel like you're given help to succeed.
Well, we're really looking forward to the year. We're happy to have you. So stop by, see our esports arena, meet Coach Bobby Vedda, and good luck this year, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.